Welcome to the deep dive. We take stuff you send us, you're reading, and turn it into quick insights.
Yep, we're here for you, the learner.
Yeah.
Basically, a shortcut to being clued in without all the heavy lifting.
So this time we're looking at a piece a listener sent called Wife Alone, Chaos Reigns. It's about, well, what happened when his wife was home alone for 3 weeks while he was in Germany.
And the punchline he gave us was kind of funny, if a bit dark. I wish she just cheated instead.
Right, so our mission here is to unpack this solo adventure, see what went down, and maybe what it tells us about how people cope or don't cope when left alone.
Okay, so the setup is key, isn't it? The wife's plan sounded totally simple. Just, hang back, water the plants.
Binge some Netflix, relax.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the husband's thinking, okay, she's an adult, she'll be fine.
Famous last words, maybe. That difference right there between the plan and the assumption, it kind of sets the stage for things going off track.
Oh, definitely off track. First big thing was the sourdough incident.
Right. Inspired by YouTube, she tries making sourdough. Yeah. But, crucial mistake.
She used Epsom salt instead of yeast.
Epsom salt, yeah. So the result was this thing they called Cremzilla.
A rock-hard bread grenade, apparently. Hard enough that it actually cracked their marble countertop.
Ouch. But what's weird, or maybe funny, is her reaction. She didn't throw it out.
No. She displayed it like a trophy, which is kind of a brilliant way to handle a baking disaster, maybe. Just own the absurdity.
Yeah, lean into the chaos. Okay, so after Crumzilla, the culinary journey continued. A sudden pivot to raw vegan.
On raw vegan, yeah. Ordered like 19 pounds of produce
19 pounds.
from what the source called a sketchy organic site.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, it arrived kind of moldy.
Oh, lovely. But did that stop her?
Nope, apparently not. She spent the next week just juicing everything.
Just juicing moldy veg for a week.
Okay. Which, predictably, didn't end well. She got dizzy and apparently mistook the laundry hamper for the fridge at one point.
Oh, no. What happened?
Liquefied some frozen meals she had in there, just melted them. So the practical consequences started piling up.
You think? From extreme juicing to what was next? Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts and peanut butter,
Yeah.
straight from the jar. Her justification was, wait for it,
Let me guess. Something profound.
balance.
Balance. Right. Pop-Tarts and peanut butter. Okay. Makes perfect sense.
It's that flexible definition of healthy kicking in, when you're just trying to survive, maybe.
Or just giving in. And it wasn't just food, right? The whole domestic situation kind of devolved.
Yeah, the bathrobe saga. Apparently she just wore one single bathrobe for 2 weeks straight.
One bathrobe.
Soup stain, the account says.
Yeah.
And even the dog refused to cuddle with her by the end.
Wow. When the dog ghosts you, you know things have slipped. It's like even pets have standards.
Apparently so. So picture the husband coming home, exhausted from his trip.
Walks into what exactly?
A living room that smells like fermented ginger and regret.
Fermented. Okay, more experiments we didn't even hear about.
Probably. And he's greeted by his wife, still in the robe, which is like flapping open,
Oh dear.
holding a jar of pickles and a half-knitted scarf.
Pickles and knitting. Why knitting?
Apparently, it was her new remedy for the stomach problems she developed,
Hmm.
from the juicing and Pop-Tarts, presumably.
Right. Knitting for digestion. Got it. The chaos continues.
And it doesn't stop there. The next morning, she apparently whispers in her sleep.
What? I think I'm a kombucha now.
She thinks she's a kombucha.
Followed by a burp. In her sleep.
Okay, that's
Oh.
a new level.
And
And the dog.
the dog had relocated, permanently it seems, to the bathroom and was avoiding eye contact with everyone.
Poor dog.
That's traumatized.
Completely. Which leads to the final scene. The husband making a desperate escape for coffee the next morning.
Can't blame him. Needed something normal.
Right. And when offered oat milk, he just says, my trauma already comes in liquid form.
Huh. Perfect line. Did the dog go too?
Oh, yeah. The dog made a break for it with him. Shared trauma, probably.
So wrapping this up, what's the takeaway? Beyond, maybe don't use Epsom salt in bread.
I think it's just a really funny look at how sometimes when you try to just chill out on your own, things can go spectacularly, hilariously wrong. The structure falls away and this happens.
Yeah, it shows how unpredictable we can be when routines vanish. It connects back to what you, our listener, might find interesting, those surprising little twists in everyday life.
Exactly. So maybe the thought to leave you with is, what's a time when you were left to your own devices, maybe plan something simple, and it just went weird. Took an unexpected, maybe slightly absurd turn.
We're thinking about, there's often humor in that everyday chaos, isn't there?